What's up? Yo. Dude, guys, you see the new Deltarune announcement?
Oh shit,
yeah,
that shit just got mad.
So cool. You see that one Flowey fight? Yeah, dude, I know.
Wait, what do you mean you don't know? I've never played Undertale.
You've never played Undertale? Dog, dude, you love the game.
I never got around
to it.
Yeah,
you said you watched all the AU shit.
Dude, I think I just rage baited the shit out of Gary.
Come right now. I'm on your way.
Yo, where did you're fucked? Where did Gary go, bro?
Is that knocking on my door, dog? It's like... Play Undertale and you're gonna fucking like it, buddy. Undertale, created by the next Mozart Toby Fox, was created as a test for his dream game, Deltarune, in the forgotten days of 2015. And Undertale blew up beyond what Toby and anybody really probably expected, and becoming one of the most popular games to ever exist, especially on the internet, changing it forever. Better or for worse. I personally interacted with the fandom my entire life. I've watched all the AU comics, I've seen all the fan art, I've seen all the lore. However, I've never played the game once. Ever. Not once. I know, just boo me, everyone just piss me. So, today, I decided I'm finally going to play the game before Deltarune Chapter 5. By the time this comes out, it's already probably out, So I wanted to put my LARPing to bed and finally play the game to see what makes it so special. I wanted to rate it on the gameplay, the music, the level design, the characters, the lore, and the 93 endings. 93 endings? Fuck, man. And so, to quick check the requirements for the game to play, shit, dude, Potato could run this fucking thing. Alright, let's run to the store and get this shit started. Alright, what should I start with? Fuck, I'm poor. Let's go with gameplay, I guess. Gameplay. Undertale takes its stuff from games like Earthbound, and it's very simple. You start in the ruins and you learn how to walk and interact with the environment and its characters, which for outside fights is the main selling point. TLDR, talk, interact, kill, or be friendly. Pretty simple. This game for me was a little confusing at first to learn, but it's fairly simple if you break it down, so let me just do it for you real quick. This game is 11 years old. Now listen and learn. In fight specifically, you're given 4 options. You can fight, act, spare, or use an item. Acting leads you down a very non-violent situation where you can dance, you can flex, or just other similar things that make you lead to another option, which is spare. Because in that situation, you can either spare, you can run away like a bitch, which I did a lot, or you can fight, which is you kill them. You just kill them, you're killing people. Acting is very important when it comes to getting that cash, money, and boss fighting. It's the main way you can progress that pacifist storyline, which I personally did. Or you can kill people, which progresses the storyline as well, but in a very bad way. Genocidal way. In the fighting itself, you are this little heart here. Say hi, little heart. Hello. And you have to dodge around attacks, or block spears, or dodge spiders. There's a couple ways that this works, but it's very similar. But the point of the game and the fighting is very simple once you get used to it, which is why I will never touch a fan game, because what is this? Seriously, I'm being serious. Tell me in the comments how the fuck people do this. When it comes to items, you have one weapon, which could be a firing plan or like a dagger or something, and becomes the defensive. You can have like lock and cane. Keychain. I meant the heart keychain. Apron or something or whatever. The healing items are very basic. They heal you, and it depends on what route you do as well. And I did pacifist, so I went and bought those cinnamon buns, and it's the only thing I used the entire game because it was pointless to use anything else. Except the butterscotch, which I used as Asgore, because specific items can have different interactions on different characters. Like Metaton, if you used a burger, you get 500 style points. The more you know. And the reason I get back to this is because the biggest selling point of this game is your actions have consequences. That is the main loop of this gameplay, because if you kill one person, you can't get an ending. A lot of endings get blocked up. For example, if you kill just Papyrus, you're a fucking dickhead, and Sans doesn't like you, and you can't get that pacifist ending. If you kill one monster, doesn't matter which, you can't become friends with Undyne. That entire storyline is cut off from you. The reason I say all this is your actions in this game have consequences. There's not a lot of games that do that, at least before Undertale. And I think that's really cool, and it's genuinely genius to me, because most games have very linear storytelling. Like Telltale's, you can make a decision, but that decision won't really have long-lasting effects. Compared to Undertale, where if you make one bad decision, your entire run, everything about it is changed. And that's fascinating to me. And the only con about the entire game's gameplay is I can't change the keybinds. Oh my god, Toby, it's been 11 years. Just let me change the keybinds. I want to use WSD, I want to use the arrow key. Okay. It's over.
I'm a fucking architect!
Each of the zones in the game are beautiful and diverse and have monsters that reflect that as well. For example, Undyne lives in the waterfalls and avoids the hotlands at all costs due to her being a fish. Or Metaton lives near the reactor due to being a computer and tied to Alphys, which is a royal scientist. And if we know what happened to the last royal scientist in the core, I'm a scientist. What the fuck? On-screen feeds. I gotta get out of here. You'll never Or Sans, who is found in bars, or he's found in restaurants or in odd locations because he's a fat fucking chump. Now, when it comes to side monsters, the Ruins, why I joke about it and say that it's bad, has a really good set of monsters tied to it. We have Rivet, we have the flies, we have the spiders, very basic animals and creatures that we have in our own world are seem non-threatening as the beginning enemies of the game, and as we work up, we have more monsters, while fitting the zones they're in, are scarier and scarier. Even the in-game monsters have their own counterparts in the last zone, or like the core, with the Royal Rivet, the insert here, I forgot the name, and insert here, I forgot the name, and even most of all, insert. Dude, is that just my face? Fuck you, dude. And even just the main locations, like Snowdin has monsters that are tied to ice and similar work. Hotlands has the airplanes and the little lava erupting thingies. The core has like robotic monsters and like gestures because they're right next to Metaton in the TV zone, who's the big TV guy. And one of the biggest things that we're gonna look at is the secret area or the Royal Lab with the amalgamations, who are all these different monsters put together, and they are terrifying, by the way, when I first came across them. Like, I knew about them, but I forgot how scary it was, and that area itself is so well put together with very fun puzzles. Now, my favorite area personally is probably Snowdin, due to the life in the city around it. Like, every house feels like it's alive, every shop feels like it's alive, and the designs of the town is just such a sweet, loving town, and I just love it, you know? I'm just gushing about it. And also, the secret areas in the game are really, really fun. For example, in Hotlands, if you walk into this little secret area on October 10th, October 10th specifically, a character will come in, and he's a, Kickstarter. That's just a fetish, right? That's a fetish. I'm sorry, that's a fetish. I'm not crazy. We're gonna ignore that now. This game's designs are just beautiful. And I would go to character designs, but we're gonna throw that in the characters because to me it makes more sense. Big transition! The characters in Undertale are a masterclass of character writing and storytelling. With Flowey, with Toriel. I'm not doing that joke. We're cutting that joke, dude. I don't care that. Each character you grow to love has their own arcs and love put behind them, and intention in their storytelling. Frisk, for example, the best starting character, we see in their eyes nothing, showing how awesome they are, and how much of a fat little 8-year-old chud they are. In all seriousness, Frisk looks very bland on purpose because you were meant to see yourself in that character, so it was meant to look genderless and like a child. Undyne, well, a determined fighter, goes out of her way to protect and support the little kids of the town and the pirates. Her design reflects it as well, looking incredibly determined and intimidating as a guard. However, in her casual wear, she looks like such a chill little dude who just wants to have fun and help out the people of her city and town. Showing, while she is still an authority figure, she tries her best to be with her community and actually support them, to help them get out of the crisis that they are in, as the good fish officer does pirates. Dressed up as a royal guard Halloween costume shows that he, well, not a royal guard, is trying to be. We also see how much he loves puzzles and fun, and how truly he is too innocent for the job he wants, yet no matter what will keep smiling and keep interacting with you, because all he truly wants is you to be his friend. Toriel is a grieving mother who just wants the best for the children that fall, yet knows that you need to go home and will journey out into the rest of the world and try to get home, even if it kills you. Even at the end of the game, she will still accept you if you ask for her to accept you, showing she truly is a great and loving mother. In her design, she is wearing a very classic tunic, and I have no idea what that means. Look it up for yourself, guys. But one other side of Toriel that we see is that she likes to joke, she likes to have fun, and even though she is a grieving mother, even though she hates her stupid ex-husband, she still loves and wants to have joy with Sans. I don't want to talk about that fucking chub. Sans seems like a funny guy architect. A guy archetype with his cool little jacket and his little slippers and doing all the jokes and breaking the game, and you know, he does that a lot actually. In his fighting Gino, he breaks the game constantly, using it against you and actively stalling the fight by not doing anything, showing that he has knowledge of it, which is unlike any other character, similar to his attacks, which use karma, unlike any other character. And even in the shed itself that you discover that Sans has, you have a spoiler for Chapter 5, spoiler, a photo of 3 people saying don't forget. I wonder where that's from. Hi, are you happy you didn't get spoiled? Sans fucks Chris's mom. Boom, spoiled. Speaking of Chris's family, Asgore, the king of the underground, wearing knightly wear and wielding a trident, is actually a gentle giant. We see him tending to flowers, we hear about him helping kids from Undyne, teaching Undyne, and the moment before he noticed that you're human, was gonna help you with whatever you needed. But the moment he notices you are, is terrified, because he knows what he's going to have to do. And even then, he still allows you to finish anything you have not finished in the underground first. He does not want to kill you, but he feels that he must. His in-game sprite and his design show that when he is not even looking at you in the boss fight. And even in the boss fight, we see him not trying to speak to you or even look at you, because he knows that if he allows that to happen, he will stop trying to kill you and let you go. Alphys is an anxiety-stricken little thing, and has learned that people don't hate her, and she needs to be cool as she is. We see her constantly shaking, stuttering, and hunting over her the entire game, like any gamer would. And the main reason for her nervousness is because she's so afraid that people don't like her, and that has so much depth, especially for a 2D character that I personally relate to. And then we even get to flowing Asriel. At the end of the day, are only doing all of this because they want to stay with their best friend that understands them the most, and loves them the most. They are not filled with hate, but with love. And even their best friend Kara, someone who hates humanity but loves monsters, was going to sacrifice themselves and their brother unwillingly to kill all the humans for monster kind. And then she wanted to kill all monsters, but we're just gonna ignore all that part. Even all the side characters have so much depth to them, like with Muffet and her baking sale, the ice cream man and his ice cream, and... Why is she... It disappeared, what the fuck, why does he disappear? Okay, fine, we'll talk about fucking potential man. Gaster is a feetless, trashy bum. He hides in the game files. He makes us do everything because he's a pussy. And he has no feats. 0 feats. Oh my god, he's in the game files. Okay, well, I can jerk my dick in the game files. He literally has no importance to the point that we made him green and a pirate. How does that happen to a character who's meant to be all his aura? Bruh. I will say, though, he is a very cool character. He has a lot of potential. That's why he's potential, man. But did that mean he's God? No. He has 0 feats. He's only ever mentioned. He's only ever been followed. It's insane. What's that? I should go to the story? Transition, I'm out of idea. The story of Undertale is very simple. A child fell from the light, and he decided to talk or fight. Now, seriously, Undertale's story is really simple at a first glance, especially if you don't know much about, everything that goes around the children falling and just what happens to them. Because realistically, Undertale's a straight line, bro. You walk, talk, fight, talk, and then it's the end of the game. That's just the biggest understatement of all time, because you can get 3 separate endings. Wait, no, 93 separate endings. But there's 3 main ones. You got Pacifist, you got Neutral, and you got Genocide. Now, there are so many variations to the Neutral one that we're not talking about all of them. Because it's like you kill Papyrus and no one else, you get a different ending compared to if you kill everyone but Papyrus, or if you kill everyone but Papyrus and Undyne, etc., etc. So we're just gonna go straight into the other 2. So, Genocide, you kill everything and is a horrible person. You are the horrible person. With combat, you're a horrible bitch. I mean, there's some exclusive boss fights too, like Undyne, 30-year-old Chud, and Metaton, but you insta-kill them, so it doesn't really count. So yeah, that's about it. You just kill everything. Now, Pacifist is the most simple route of all, and it's the one that I personally went on, and you kill nobody, and you're a good person. You date a skeleton, you wingman the goat, you dance, you save the underground, release him into the world, and then you get the craziest upscale of all time. Now, that's a very, very basic rundown, but due to being my favorite and how sweet and nice it truly is, especially with Asriel and forgiving him and helping him and all the side quests and everything around the lab where we find the sad monsters that are, actual monsters, this is my personal canon route. I know technically there's no canon. This is the canon route for me, and I love the most. Now, Neutral. Fuck. You kill 1 person, new ending. You kill 2 people, new ending. Kill 3, new ending, etc., etc. And I'm not covering all of them. An interesting one, though, is that you can get special dialogue from Sans from each one. So if you kill everyone but Papyrus, he's like, you're still a bad person, but you're chill like that, Or if you want to kill just Sans, you can't do that, sadly. I'll get you one day, you go fucking bitch. Now to the lore. That's a good transition. Let's get down to business and for you the fun. Okay, I'm treading so lightly. Y'all probably don't understand this, but if I mess up, I am going to be hung on a cross and die. Okay, so no, we are not bringing Gaster, no feats into this. Now, the lore of this game is really fun with multiversal stuff, and saves are important, and... Alright, fuck this, I'm asking my buddy. Hey, Kale.
Yeah?
What the fuck is the Undertale lore?
Okay, so basically the Undertale
A few hours later,
and the monsters are now free. The end.
What in the actual fuck did you just say? Now we're gonna speedrun the basics here, because if we don't, we're gonna be here for 3 hours. Kara falls, hates humans. Azrael finds her, becomes best friends like siblings, big family. Kara dies due to illness. Azrael takes her soul, goes into the overworld, walks to the human village, gets signed out but prevents Kara from summoning everyone else out because remember, she hates humanity. Azrael goes back, dies, and then they split into the Kara's dead body, which is buried in the dust on the flowers. Devastated and enraged at the humans, after finding Kara's body and Azrael's dust on the ground, the King declares that any human that lands on the ground should be executed because they need 7 souls to become God. This leaves Toriel to divorce his sorry ass. Trains Undyne as a teen, she becomes a royal guard. 6 souls later, and we fall. Hey me. During the time skip, tests on determination of have monster bodies being magic rather than human, and they can't take it and melt. And there was one specific test on a flower that we get. Cough, cough, flowy, sad, whatever. Gaster! I don't know what he does, but he was a royal scientist previously. He made the core, fell into his doom and shit. Now he's across the universe and shit. Not cool and shit. Now, this is a very basic rundown of the lore. And when I mean basic, I mean incredibly basic. And like, go find a lore video if you want the actual thing of a 6-hour game that has 28 hours worth of lore. It's insane to me, but again, watch an actual lore video. Now, to the verdict. Undertale is a masterclass in storytelling, character writing, and oh crap, I forgot the music. I've listened to almost every single song on this soundtrack. It is genuinely peak. Now, this is going to be a very short section. You'll be like, James, shouldn't this be a long section since the music is so good? No, because then we're going to be here for another hour. The music is good. You need to trust me on that. Listen to the soundtrack and you're going to just be amazed. The entire music in this video has been a soundtrack for a reason. It is beautiful, it is perfect, it is amazing. Back to the rating. Undertale on the Doofus scale lands a 9 out of 10, even at 9.8 if I'm feeling lucky. And the game is very great. It is really fun, interesting with all the endings and the takes that it has that are more unique than a lot of games today. The only reason I don't think it's a full 10 out of 10 is because the gameplay is very good, but the map is very linear and it can get a bit boring at times. I hate to break it to y'all. It can get a little bit boring at times. However, that does not mean the game is bad. That means the game has some flaws, but Deltarune is fixing upon a lot of those flaws, and the game is really, really fun either way. Undertale is a masterpiece, just in general. It is the indie game of all time, and makes me want to make Pacifist the main ending every time so all my favorite characters live in peace. Thank you to everyone shown on screen here for giving me whatever I needed from them, and thank you for watching the entire video. It really means a lot. This is technically a re-upload because the last one did horribly for some reason. My Undertale video YouTube did not like, so I'm re-uploading it now, so I have a little bit more time for my next video because currently, can't lie you guys, I just moved into a college dorm, so I'm kind of fried right now. Next video will be on Mudkip versus the world. Not really, but it does have something to do with Mudkip and Devil May Cry, so do that with what you will. I mean, Pokemon Devil May Cry. Again, thank you for supporting me, thank you for everyone watching these videos, and good night.